Welcome to the night show, which is being powered by DeShaun's Marketing, where we brand, build, grind to help you and your company shine. Communication is key at. Make sure to get your social power hotspot to stay in touch with your loyal customers. Visit the website, www.DeShaunSmart.com. Yeah, that was a classic in the background. But make sure you visit the website, DeShaun Smart, that's DeShaunSmark.com. DeShaunSmart.com. Communication is key. Get your social power hotspot to stay in touch with your loyal customers. DeShaun's Marketing, which is being your provider for the show tonight, the Think and Reflect podcast show. I know you already know that if you tuned in. It's the Think and Reflect podcast show where you can voice your opinion. On tonight's show y'all, it's been a lot going on this week. It's a lot going on. But I'm going to start off, talking about some of the NFL. Because I'm a football sports fan, but the NFL, we got a team. So I'm always be down with the cause when we got a team in the city. But of course the free agency. Then we want to, it's been a lot of bad things going on too. That's why I want to discuss in the time to think and reflect. That's like the end. That's how I end the show with y'all. Get into last week we had a good discussion. My buddy called in. Old friend Kenny Garden. Yeah, we still delegate. But yeah, he called in. We had a good discussion. We need more of those. Excuse me. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the incident in Atlanta. Well, if you call, chat. You can chat if you downloaded the app. You can chat. Speaker, listen on. We live on YouTube, I think, too now. But yeah, we're gonna talk about them Asians. That was bad. That was I be trying to stay away from the political, but everything is political to me. That's why one of my quotes, I got one of my hashtags or slogans or whatever you want to call it nowadays. Faith, facts, science, and politics. You see how I put politics on the end. Because we're going to always start with the faith. That's our belief. But then when we get them facts, that's when we start knowing. But to know, you got to do that science, which is the study of. But regardless of what you know, the politics of the world itself, excuse me again, y'all, but the politics of the world. Politics, faith, facts, science, and politics. DeShaun's Marketing. Get you a social power. If you got a brick and mortar business, get you a Wi-Fi hotspot, a social hotspot. Generate leads. You can do so many things with it. And you don't even need the actual Wi-Fi. You can use your phone's data with the new devices we have. But that's another topic. That's DeShaun's Marketing Incorporated. Yeah, but the incident in Asia, that's because, I'm a brother. I could go deep, but I know the science a little bit. But that's like, come on now, man. And the dude, they always seem to, get pictures with their little safety vests. Like they be protected almost when you catch them in their picture. But let me finish letting y'all know. We're going to talk about that because I'm on that. But the word they, that's an important word when you hear it come from me. Think and reflect. Voice your opinion. Call in 216-632-3917. Chat, speaker app. But yeah, they done tried to, DeShaun Watson, I think he on allegation number 7. Boy, you done requested that trade. who Houston got like a powerful owner too. They own all them dudes powerful because they own a football team. So you got to be a wealthy fella, and that's something I wanted to kind. That's part of the segment later today about this. Of course, that Stimmy Check. It ain't really about the Stimmy Check, like, but it's like I know people getting a hold of some, So let's figure out some ways, to make that like don't feel like you got played. But anyhow, yeah, we're gonna talk about that tonight. DeShaun Watson. Oh yeah, March Madness. I'm gonna get the sports. That's why I'm trying to clam it all in at one time because let me hit this background. Let me see. Oh no, I might need that. But anyhow, yeah, I thank you all for tuning in too. I don't think I ever tell you all, and thanks for listening. Continue to tune in, continue to listen, support the movement. It's just, we just having a moment, and I'm giving you a platform to, you can say what you want. I ain't hold you back. Just don't say it to me. Excuse me, but yeah, tonight's show, the Stimmy Check, that Stimmy Check. I call it that Stimmy Check. But yeah, I want to start it off with the talking about some of this NFL because being a sports fan, my team, from what I know we were last year, the Cleveland Browns. This is who I consider my team. As long as Cleveland got a sports team, because this is where I was born and raised. As long as they have a sports team, I'm supporting that team. Win, lose, or draw. It'd be other teams I like, you know what I'm saying? Especially when they disappeared on us. But, and plus I grew up, I feel we always grew up, you can have an NFC, depending, because we American, NFC, AFC, so you will have a team that you can pick that division, but I always try to stay in the NFC, or the American National League, what they call it. But yeah, the Browns, they got some key, and one of the acquisitions is Taki McKinney, I think his name is. He oh yeah, shout out to South Central Cartel for that intro, that instrumental. That was from, if you know, that's a classic from where I come from. Knock on wood, knock on wood. I got into the beat and it went on to play. Y'all caught the chorus though. But yeah, think and reflect, voice your opinion. If them don't go together, I don't know what else can go together. If that ain't a match made in heaven, think and reflect and voice your opinion. Come on now. Y'all better start getting down. And all Bavaria hoodies while we at it. All Bavaria hoodies if you're listening in. If you're in the Cleveland area, or you can even visit the website, All Bavaria Hoodies, that's BRAVURAS, Bavaria's. ClothingCollection.com are going for $50. New styles, handmade shoes from Italy. We might have a little delay on Italy because they having their little issues over there when it comes to the world. They just took a step back. But they say sometimes you got to take 2 steps back before you can take 1 step forward. Yeah, but the NFL, there's been a lot of movement going on. I don't think I really heard too many, because it ain't really wasn't no big names out this year. And then the biggest name from what I know is from our rival, even though, but I just like, it ain't about them. I don't hate the colors. It's more of I don't even hate, but the team. But I like my little logo. Somebody said something to me today about it. But yeah, y'all gotta excuse me, cause this might catch everything. I be thinking I done turned away, and then I still be, when I listen to it, I be like, whoa. But anyhow, Yeah, the NFL, the Browns got two. They up there now because they just signed the linebacker today, a guy named Anthony Davis, I think his name. Yeah, but the Saints, speaking of free agency, they ready, locked, and loaded for next year. They done cleared theirs up. They done cleared 111 million in cap space. The Saints, they was trying to figure out how they was gonna spend some money. Now they about to have the bank. Drew Brees went on and retired. But it ain't really been, I think, Juju stayed with the Ravens, tried to swindle him on over there. You know that little kid right there. That guy. He probably was doing that for the fun of it. Playing with Baltimore like he was going to go. Man, that dude, he done did too much goofy with the Steelers, man. He ain't going nowhere. He gonna be a Steeler. When they kept talking about it, I'm like, man, the guy ain't going nowhere. Because they kept saying the Steelers won. But when you learn how that work, how they do the bonus money and all of that, like, it don't, like, they contract might look like it's hitting the cap, but when they play with the numbers and stuff, they might have a lot of back end money. They might have a lot of front end money. You know, they might have, like I say, the signing bonus money counts towards the contract money, but it don't be towards the salary cap because it's bonus money. You know, signing bonus money. It's all the game. But you know, that's why the GMs get paid that type of money to do their job. They basically, a GM is almost the finance, you know, you can say that if you think about life, the GM is almost the FA, you know, the financial assistant, or what it's the other little nickname for him, man, the CPA, yeah, the CPA. So yeah, the CPA. That's all they basically are. They keeping the books together with the budget. You know what I'm saying? But they making the right investments with the budget. You get what I'm saying? That's all the general manager does for a football team. You know, then you have your president. You know, you have your coach. Your coach is like the supervisor. You get what I'm saying? Then your he the head supervisor. Then you got your assistant supervisors with all the position coaches. You know, you got your owner. You get what I'm saying? And then it trick on down. You got your vice president, your chairman, your vice. That's all. It's all everything. That's why when people use the pyramid schemes and stuff like that, I used to be like uninformed enough to be like, yeah, pyramid scheme. You get what I'm saying? But then when you really use your common sense, which nowadays they you know, it's like a thing. The little dude from the city, he got. I ain't gonna be mad at him, but I used to use that term before I came. That was 8 years ago. But praises to you. But that's a good thing because it's uncommon. Because uncommon. See, but the dude, he done made it. But because uncommon to me anyway, it's like just knowing you woke enough. You get what I'm saying? That you ain't falling suit into the trap like everybody else. But getting back to the NFL, because I was about to wing off on y'all because I was thinking. I said that's why I think and reflect. It's about I got me some topics, but you know if it wing off and the wing good, we could keep on ordering it. Just put it like that. That's how we just gonna start doing it. You can call in 216-632-3917. And yeah, the NFL, but I almost wanted to get personal. I'm trying to find some names that y'all, because Juju about the only one that the average person listening, because I know this ain't a sports crowd. This really just people tuning in to see what's going on. You know, Browns re-signed one of their good possession receivers. See, I'm a Browns fanatic, so I'm going to keep up with the Browns. But I'm kind of upset with this guy, Obijanobi. I hope that was just the most money he could get, because he went right down the street to Cincinnati. I ain't got no problem with Cincinnati because I just love people unless they don't like me. And if they don't like me, I just don't mess with them. You get it? Like, especially when I find out, because the people that don't like you and they still talk to you and smile in your face and all that shit, that's the phoniest ever. That's got to be the phoniest person. That's the phoniest. Like, how could you consistently do that when you just, and then when you looking at it, man, that ain't, think and reflect, voice your opinion. Yeah, but it ain't too many big signings like I thought it was gonna be. Oh, the Denver little running back, but he was like a fine. Like he was just a hometown dude that shined. So he might get some money. Oh, but the Patriots, this is the first year in a long time they went strong on the free agency and stuff. They jumped out the tree on some receivers. Some of the experts was stating like, that was like some that was unexpected. But from the Browns, McKinney, that's his name, a defensive end. He was actually a first-round pick. But he just didn't pan out. I think it was some character issues. But, people grow up. The little dude only 25, so that might have been a steal. We only got him for 1 year. Then we picked up the linebacker from the Colts. They say he a good, his last 3 years, he had like almost 400 tackles, like 350. We signed a veteran cornerback. His we hoping Greedy, if you're a Browns fan, we hoping Greedy come back. But if not, we got a solid little somebody, because we done let few players from the defense. But I like the GM for the Browns. The young dude, he a young dude too. I think he's in his early 30s. Society wise, that I was thinking I was gonna talk about that too though, because me personally, I done been put myself in some bad situations and then had my like freedom, what the closest what you want to call it, freedom in society taken away because of decisions, thinking the quick way or whatever. Alex Mack went to the 49ers, former Brown. But like society wise, I only consider myself like early 30s. Like when it comes to being out in society, like, and I look at the rehabilitation system as, because I look at rehabilitation, when they say rehabilitation, like the prisons, whatever, y'all know what I'm talking about. When they say rehabilitation, man, they telling you the only way you're gonna get rehabilitated is to do it yourself. They'll help you. They'll give you the directions. It's just, are you gonna follow them? You get what I'm saying? They gonna tell you. And then the last trip, that's what really woke me up, because I was around a different class of people. Like so I getting to the point that was like I'm like a master. I have a master's degree. You get what I'm saying? Because all together, I got about a good 9 to 10 years all together. I'm like a master and understand, like, because I done been in them behavior modification programs, like been a group leader, command, chain of command, and all of that, man. I done conquered that. So, since I've been home, I've been living a different life. It's slow, but it's, it's better than taking myself away. You know what I'm saying? But slow money be no money, and then you never know when. So that's why you just keep pushing. And when I say slow, I just ain't rich. You know, some people, what I'm doing might be a lot to some people. Like, man, how you doing all that? I couldn't do all. You know what I'm saying? I might be doing too much for them. Some people I ain't doing enough. To me, I just feel like I could do better. But yeah, NFL free agency, the Browns so far to me, getting back to hometown because, you know, the other teams, they can do whatever they gonna do. You know, the big names, I ain't really seen no big names. It's gonna be some cuts probably. Later, before the preseason and all that start. Oh yeah, Anthony Walker, that's his name. Yeah, they say the guy was a team leader, like, you know, called the plays on defense. But they saying the linebacker we gave up for him, but we actually ain't gave him up yet. But this guy got like a leader. See, they put leaders on the field, the Browns. Oof. Like the guy, John Johnson, he wanted to come in. He took less money to come. Top of the line safety. And they say our defense is mostly made up of 3 safety sets. Rovers, they call them. So to be a rover, you got to be able to cover, tackle, blitz. You got to be the whole package. That might have would have been me in the NFL. See, I had a situation, but that's a long story. Y'all probably heard parts of it. But yeah, that's the NFL. Free agency, the Browns do. We got a couple cornerbacks, but because I'm all Browns. I want to talk sports, but I just love because I want to talk about the Cavs. They've been ticking me off. Ain't really much been going on. I think they say the Clippers trying to look at Lonzo Ball because the NBA all weird. Like the dates, I'm threw off with the dates because of how they started the season and ended last season. The only thing that's kind of been accurate when it comes to sports is maybe football. Football both the most accurate. They had a couple of setbacks, but baseball cool, but they like they had to do their little thing. But football, that's about the most consistent when it comes to being like still the same as it was before the pandemic. You know, they be having less fans. Some stadiums don't have no fans, but they supposed to increase, you know, people taking that little thing and stuff. I get on, man. But that's another story too. But we gonna go ahead and move on because the NFL, that's what it is. When this die off, then you know baseball. You might get, you know, some people love their race car. I watch race car for a minute, but it be a little too long. But yeah, that's the sports for y'all. That's that sports for y'all. That's that sports for y'all. Yeah, I be having fun, man. It's fun. But it can be funny. I'm telling you, it can be funny. But I ain't. That's the last time. Yeah, but y'all, I know everybody y'all done heard about the what would y'all call it? A hate crime? Would y'all consider it a hate crime, or what else? What I'm talking about? Or you know what I'm saying? 8 people. So that means it's people that got killed. Let me make sure. There's people that got a couple of them people. This dude is 21. This dude was 21. I tell you, them the ones, them people like, you know, certain etiquette, how you say it, certain groups of people. I'm gonna just keep it simple. Certain groups of people, society of people, whatever you want. You know, like you gotta just be like sick in the head. You get what I'm saying? Like to wanna kill somebody. Like, I know you get mad enough to be like, ooh, and you just don't want, but to just do it like, for just because, you know what I'm saying? What you feel like they taking money from you or something? Because you know people, that's the only thing that's guaranteed to anything on this planet is for it to pass away. You see what I'm saying? So why would you take somebody's life away? But then the way you go do it, and you go off into a community, a Pacific community to do this. And then, because I ain't really did my total research on this, but okay. Yeah, this guy, man. So they say since, dang, ooh, just since just in the last year, they've been attacking. It's something going on. It's something, man. See, I'm gonna have to do some research on this. There's something going on with this, cause they say since last year, almost 4,000, to be exact, 3,795 hate incidents against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders, with women being victimized more than twice the rate. Man, this dude, Robert Aaron Long, a 21-year-old Georgia resident who is, and we don't, he's a Caucasian, a European, pale, because white, I'm not black, they not white. You get what I'm saying? We gonna throw that black and white out the window. Y'all, if you deal with me, we gonna start throwing black and white out the window when it comes to representing a race. Cause white just mean privilege or something like that. Black mean dead. You gotta look in the old dictionary though. You can't look in these new dictionaries. Shit, they got Wikipedia and all that, and the urban. The one thing that make me sick is that Urban Dictionary. Man, get that crap out of here. We had, me and my, we had a discussion about what GP meant, and guess what the Urban Dictionary said? What GP meant? Good principles. I can feel it. I can feel it because yeah. But in the hood, that ain't what GP mean, man. GP mean good peoples, man. Like we good, man. We good peoples, man. Let me get GP, man. You know, that the Urban Dictionary said good principles. Man, who put that one in there? They need to start making an Urban Dictionary like Wikipedia, where you can just go in there and edit the information. Like that's how simple. That's how you can like for instance, I'll let y'all figure that out. No, but I'm gonna tell y'all this little thing because I wasn't trying to like get it. Like I ain't find out about this name from like studying nobody. What it was is I'm like, let me find a classy name. You know what I'm saying? Something that sound kind of extravagant, that has some type of meaning behind it. So I come across this word Bavir. It means bravery. It's an Italian word. The connect that I came across, it was the shoes. You get, you know what I'm saying? You can get you a pair of Bavir shoes on the website. Italian handmade. Bam! Ooh, that's sweet. So I was saying Bavaria's with the apostrophe S. So then I'm like, let me check to see. You know, I ain't do my due diligence. So it's a company out there. It's a few companies. But I say, you know what? Bam! I'm about to just Bavaria's. So I go get the actual definition of it. So by me saying Bavaria's like with the S, and what Bavaria mean a consistent, a show of dash and spirit. So I say since I'm Bavaria's, a consistent show. Bam! I just Wikipedia my name. That's how simple Wikipedia is. But getting to the point, man, this fool, Robert Aaron Long, they got video footage of this fool. I don't even be like I don't even be wanting to report this type of, cause like the just talking about hate crimes, like it, like even like I was gonna talk about DeShaun Watson and his situation. That situation seems like a little suspect too, though, because why all of a sudden this man just all of a sudden all these women just coming out of nowhere, like boom, boom, just smacking this dude, little dude, tearing his whole little, his value just gone now. Like who want to deal with that? Man, he can't get traded. He lucky he's still under contract. But guess what the Houston Texans do? They go get Tyrod Taylor and pay the man a $12 million contract, like $7 or $8 million guaranteed, with $12 million in incentive. So you know what that means. Like all these girls, like this is almost like the Bill Cosby on it. Not to be talking about Bill, but man, it's almost, man, what's going on, man? Like it's too much. Like they say, when we inform, it's a theory, a conspiracy theory, or something. Like I don't want to get took off the airwaves, so I try to, be a little mellow. But I that's why I'm building a website too. It's just a lot to it, man. Some things you wanna get full into it. But if you want to get into it, you can call 216-632-3917. And if you're listening to this episode on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer, now on Amazon Music, podcast section, tune in, listen, download that speaker app so you can get in on the conversation. You don't want to just call in. You want to get in on the conversation. You want to know what's talking about, because then you might have you just might want to voice your opinion about how you feeling. I ain't Dr. Phil around this place, yeah. But I can be. I just ain't got the credential. But skill-wise life, I'm a doctor at life. Come on. You need, that's what it is. I'm gonna start a call in and voice your opinion segment. Like that segment gonna be just for y'all to be able to call in and not care what I'm talking about, just what you need to talk about. Make sure you download that speaker app too so we can chat, comment, DM. Make sure you follow on all streaming sites, all social media sites. That's Think and Reflect. That's TNRPShow. But getting back to the topics, the Asian people, man, that's just some. It's hard. I feel bad. I always feel bad for anything that involves hate. But it ain't even a but. It's just hard to feel like, I don't know, maybe we just maybe our community, because I've been paying attention, man, maybe our community then finally took that leap. Have we taken the leap? Like, are we getting better as a group of people? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they finally acknowledging, and it's like, is it time up or something like that? Is it what's going on? Because it looks good. but it's so much control already going on that it's hard for it to combat. Not that it's like a fight, but just the fact that the process is happening. It's like, okay, they see, so they like, man, let's put this, we already had this in place, let's hurry up and get this in place, because they sending sperm cells to the moon. Like, what they know, like, why would they send that? That's a whole new world. Man, they sent millions of sperm cells. Like, did people pay for that to get their sperm cells sent up there or what? Like, I just read about it, but it's just weird because with so much going on, you got to pay attention to the little things. Like, you can't just be worrying about if they letting you in the motherfucking store with a mask, without your mask. You get what I'm saying, man? That's petty thinking. All right, this they place of business. It's more them. Yeah, the state might mandate it, and mandate don't mean it's mandatory. But the restaurant, like, look, man, I don't want no fines. I don't want, because they still under the state law. See, that'd be the whole thing, because my man, he gave me the game. You know, we really just supposed to 1099 on them. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to stop there. You just do the rest. I gave you the get-go, because I'm still working on the master that. That's not a part of life I mastered. That's the part of life that got into before my last situation, but due to the environment that I was placed in because of my last situation, my skills, my advancement level, my associates, my engagements were with higher quality people. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost kind of hard for me to even go back to that world when it felt better and without even the perks. You get what I'm saying? Just imagine that. Just imagine you finally getting an environment, but due to your old way of living, which you was trying to get away from because you have. You get what I'm saying? Like I always tell y'all, I'm gonna slide some of me in here. But just imagine getting away from you trying to you building this. You really trying to change your mindset. You putting positive thoughts in your brain. You know, because I always did the school thing. I just was told at a young age before I really started getting knocked on my head when I had the opportunity. I was told by, and this is another reason that, you know, I'm more like individual based. Like I believe people that believe in me, and I see it like, you know, you can disappoint, but some people just don't never. But anyhow, this guy was from my community, not neighborhood, but community of people, and he told me that I would never be able to like further my education. I'm just using them terms, them words. You know, further my education. Like he said it like that. Like, man, did you agree to some type of oath to keep your people down for you to have that job, brother? Is that what it is? Because, man, I would have fixed myself alone. I should have, could have, would have, but you only can say should to yourself. But I should have just went on, you know, like they say, you got to go do your own due diligence. But yeah, it took me 7 years later almost, man, before I realized I could go better myself, like through, you know, what the society wants you, you know, but that then you learn as you get older, like, man, that's a bunch of crap too, you know what I'm saying? So then you realize, you know, education is based on what you seek out, what you want to learn, what you think is important in your life for how you want to live life. And sometimes you learn a little bit more in the process that don't involves what you're trying to accomplish, but you still can use the information. So that's the true wealth. Once you continue to learn and you continue to educate yourself and things like that, that's true wealth, because you can always get whatever that physical or whatever that was, you could get that back because you earned it from something that you learned. You ain't hit the number or nothing like that. So, clap it up. Clap it up. Yeah. They done this, but they like the dude that killed all the people in the churches. He had the same outfit, like not the outfit, but the picture in the jail picture. He got that little vest on. And them vests, them be bulletproof vests, man. They be to protect the guy. They putting the guy in a vest to protect him. If I was an activist, man, they'd take me out. Knock on wood. Even though I think that's plywood. Yeah, they wild. That this dude walked. He killed, and he ain't do it at one place. He did it at 3 different places. 3 different places. They was all older women too. Wow. Well, 4 of them. The youngest out of the 4 was 51, 74, 69, and 63. Oh yeah, they was all over. Only one of them was, or 2 of them was under 40. Wow. Yeah, I think because I've been doing a lot. I've been kind of twisting and turning, so I ain't been on the current events the way I should be. But I've been keeping up to date. But yeah, that's wild right there. Yeah, that's wild. Oh, the Tiffany jewelry designer Elsa Peretta died at 80 today. Wow, that Tiffany makes that'd be some nice jewelry. Ooh, and they saying the U.S. then cleared it's 100 million people walking around here with them vaccine shots. Boy, how many people in this country? Boy, there's 100 million of them walking around with vaccine shots. That's a lot of. I hope that the theory ain't, the conspiracy theory ain't real. That's a lot of zombies. Yeah, but man, I'm about to get to the time to think and reflect. I'm working on a little thing because I want to have a little what's the name that introduce it. We having fun. I'm growing, man. So just grow with me, man, because I like doing this. No, it ain't that funny, guy. Oh, it is. No, we just going with you. Because it's time to think and reflect. We're going to talk about that Stimmy Check. Yeah, that Stimmy Check. I ain't, like I was saying in the beginning of the show, reverse. I got to give y'all that fun fact. And this is one that we all probably never knew, but we've been part of. Did you know? First of all, today is Let's Laugh Day. I done gave y'all a few chuckles today, and I forgot it was Let It Laugh Day. I hope you laughed today. I know it was something. I don't care how you feel sometimes. It's always something that's going to make you laugh. Regardless of how you feel, you might have just, we're going to keep that. But guess what? A fun fact. This guy This blue furry guy don't never say nothing but just eat everything. Oh no, not everything. He ain't Mikey. He ain't Mikey. You can't give it to him like you can give it to Mikey. But this guy, whose real name is not what we know him by, but man, you wouldn't even guess. But the fun fact of the day, because I want to get to the time to think and reflect. Time to think and reflect. But yeah, your boy Cookie Monster, a.k.a. Government Seed. That's Cookie Monster. That's the fun fact for this week. Cookie Monster's real name is Sid. Now you know. That's true fact. That's true. Cookie Monster. The Cookie Monster has a real name. It's Sid. So if you ever heard Sid on the show, that's who they was talking to. Yeah, but time to think and reflect. No, but I'm not really talking about the money. Not the check, but the mindset when it comes. Because everybody ain't get it. Some people got a lot. Some people ain't got it yet. Some people waiting to get it. Some people don't care to get it. Some people aren't getting it. But there is some things that can be done, especially for the family or the person. More the person that feels like they have the time, first of all, because time is of the essence and it plays a part in our daily living. Because we want to be better. I might have went left, but the goal is to be better. Take the time to figure it out. What you want to do, what can you do? Let's educate ourselves. I feel like unless you already did your research, maybe, say for instance, you want to start a podcast. You the one that saying who to do your hosting with. You can figure out content. You can figure out who you want to, what's how much for this? The best thing though for me is the education. That's wealth. Getting to the point what I was talking about. Because once you know something, and then you start applying it, like I was saying, you see like a change. You might not get the results that you maybe were looking for from the beginning. You might not get the results. You might not, but if you continue to educate and then apply. And there's going to be times where you want to just be like, man, it's going to be plenty of those days. But you have an opportunity because you, if you did get that check, because the people that are not like eligible to get the check, you know, they don't need it. More likely, some might because it's people that make a certain amount of money, but they live above their means. So they probably make $100,000 a year. But after all the expenses and they lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, going out to eat, kicking it with their friends, paying, you know, they got the big fancy car, the big house, you know, when they even making $100,000 a year or better legally, they at the end of the year they be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? They waiting on hopefully they get an income tax check or whatever. You know, a lot of people don't get that. I don't touch it, you know, but that's too much to be said. But that's a blessing. But you can't really like for an individual, like one person. Now, the families, I really don't want to, but them families them single mamas, even the boys, but the ones like I hope over this last year especially, because the way, not to put my community down, but the way that, and I'm not, but the way that I have known for the females in my community to live, you know, most don't work. I ain't saying we sorry, but a lot of them, it's enough of them, I'm going to say. I ain't going to say a lot of them. I'm going to say it's enough of them that settle. You get what I'm saying? And I know this for a fact because, you know, I got my fair share of engagements. You know, not engagements, but just, you know, dealings. Even just if it's just on the outside looking in, not even in no personal relations. But you see it. Like I even grew up around it, man. I'm gonna just be honest. You know, it was like a 50-50 thing. It wasn't even 50 because most of the females in my family get up. They go get something. Like my mother, she still like, sit your butt down. You know, she done had health issues and she still wanna, like, she don't feel right unless she's going to, you know, moving. It's like she gotta move, but some of them they got, okay, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna live like this and I'm gonna just do this. Like they blessing now. But I'm hoping the ones that in the back of their mind subconsciously that they might have been popping them little ones out for the sake of support. You get what I'm saying? Like it was a movie, man. I was watching called I think it was called Child Support or something. But the whole little game was like the chick was. Oh no, that was the movie with Lil Mama. She had love the kids, but everybody was thinking she was having kids just to, you know, pimp her hustle. What's that movie? It's on. I don't want to really get a network, but I'll give them a free shout out. All Black. It's called the All Black. You know, when you learn, I hate the word black now, but as for the term, the way that it's used as a color, I don't care. But when it's used as for a person or a people, no, I don't like it. But you know, this is an opportunity. Just forget how you. But now is the opportunity. Now is our time. Like this is really almost since they done made everybody sit down. You know, you can't move. If you move, you got to be essential. You know, they letting the world move a little bit more, but you know, you still got to do certain things. It's still control. It's a controlled madness, is what we call it. What I like to call it anyway. Controlled madness, but this is an opportunity, man, because there's so many things, you know. But I don't want, because we as people, as humans, just in this society that we live in now, what the way that things are put in our face, everything is just instant, and that's one of our biggest downfalls, is instant gratification. So that's the whole thing, man. It ain't gonna happen overnight, man. And then you have people that they finally make it. I don't like them people that feel like they done reached a certain plateau, but then they say stuff like they really thinking it be them trying to I'm gonna just leave it alone. I'm gonna do me. But it's like certain, you know, cause you know, it's like people will put other people down because they really be more intimidated, or you know, or they trying to make that's their hustle. Like, you don't want to give everything away, you know what I'm saying? But you want to give your people some information, you know what I'm saying, if you don't think they know it. Because I don't know it. I'm finding it. I done met a couple of people that actually did it. I done felt it. I done did a few things. You know, I ain't no specialist when it come to being what you want to say. Got the best information. I get information. I apply it. I test it out. I try to see if it works. But now everybody has. You could buy a course, because I know people like I should put together, and I've been getting told this for some years. Like, I have enough information to where, you know. But I'm the type, I want my information to be almost witness. Like, I don't really want to, but I can help you. DeShaun's marketing. It's certain things that I'm good and I would say even great at, you know, when it comes to marketing. So yeah, you can come to me with the marketing, but I'm not about to try to tell you, you know, how to buy a house, you know, with this percentage, and then that's not my trade. You know, I know a little bit of it because I done studied it, but that's on you. And that's my point when I talk about that Stimmy Check. It's things you could do with that little money that could change your life, literally. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna happen overnight, and who's to say how much time we got? But shit, you will spend enough money to look good for a night, and be broke. Why not spend enough money to get informed? You might been looking at something. It might be somebody that got a course or something that you're interested in. But I'm gonna tell you, do your research first. I'm not telling you to just jump on the first business course. You know what I'm saying? Or the first course to tell you how to sell. Because a lot of stuff you could just go look up on YouTube. But some people will help you speed up the process for a couple $100. You know, like they specializing in that one course. I kind of got a few things. So, but marketing, come on, hit email, contact me. I got a couple of team members, and we'll get you together. But content, you know, strategy. I understand them concepts, but man, do something, man. But if you don't need it, if it's just a free 1,400, then go buy. Excuse my language. Go buy you a bottle of the ace of spade if you feel like it. If you don't need it and you just got that free 1400, and you like, man, I spend this anyway, man, do whatever you want with it. But for the people that when it's gone, they ain't gonna know what else to do afterwards. They're gonna be hoping for another check or go get a job somewhere they don't want to be. And then don't even have enough work. That's the one thing about it. If you're gonna be at a job you don't want to be, and you accepting being there, man, make it to the top. Then, man, go in there and put your foot down. Show your work ethic. Because your work ethic, man, that's the only way. If anytime, because I done had a job. I done had a few jobs before. Especially since I've been, this last time around because, I got to live. I'm responsible for lives. So, but I climb up the chart. I'm getting better, make me some manager, some supervisor, foreman. Yeah, I'm working for that. Like, that ain't the goal, but my work ethic is that's how it is. It's just people are going to take a look. And sometimes that intimidates people. Sometimes that intimidates people. So, yeah, sometimes that intimidates people. But you doing it for yourself. But man, the Stimmy Check, man, on the time to think and reflect. This I said. So, yeah, time to think and reflect. Use that Stimmy Check wisely. Don't go blow it unless you can, and then you ain't gonna think about it. But other than that, man, use it wisely, man. Use it wisely. But I want to thank you all who tuned in, who plan on listening. This is the Think and Reflect podcast show. Tonight's show was powered by DeShaun's Marketing, where we brand, build, grind to help you and your company shine, or your company, because you might be an artist. We taking on artists. We helping business, brick and mortar, online, fashion, because we into the fashion world. We got the just follow us on all social media sites, but make sure you download that speaker app so you can tune in every Friday at 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Eastern. You can call in, chat, follow us on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We everywhere. Comment, voice your opinion. Yeah, voice that opinion. But again, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Another episode. How they say it? It's a wrap. Catch you guys next week. Think and reflect. Voice your opinion on all social media and streaming platforms. Now on Amazon Music. Think and Reflect podcast show with your host, Ricky D. Calhoun. You guys have a good night. I love you. Tune in, and I thank you for being a part of this up-and-coming family. We on a mission. Only thing stopping us is Armageddon and the apocalypse. And that might be me, because I'm... Now y'all have a good night.